What's up everybody, it's Matt and I am back with another bag review. Today I am talking about the Compagnon Element. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a German company and this bag is pretty impressive. When I got this I was kind of taken away with how well it's thought out, how well it's built, and for the price point it's a very solid bag. So let's take a dive. Here it is on me. I am 6 foot, so it is about the perfect size for someone my size. If you were smaller frame person, it might be a little big, especially once fully expanded. But jumping on in, you've got a sternum strap here with a whistle, and it is adjustable, so you can slide this up and down to wherever you need. A couple of D-rings to attach items, comms units, GPS, things like that. And then down at the bottom here, there's a waist belt with a pocket on this side that is pretty big. You would be able to fit quite a bit of stuff in there, so whatever you need. And all of their zipper pulls are glove friendly, which is nice. They have these nice big rings here that you can pull. This one is water sealed, so if you wanted to put something in there, like your phone or something, if it's getting wet out or you need to cross something, you could do that. On the other side, you just have a basic panel. There's a little bit of webbing here that attaches or cinches it closed if you need to, and then the waist belt. And you have a handle here in case you need to grab it or just to rest your hand, or you could attach a tripod, things like that if you need to, if you're shoving it in there like that. So you've got that. The straps on this are nice vented mesh, and then a very well thought out air channel right here for breathability. This is nice and deep with a lot of good padding, so when this bag is loaded, which it does load very full and really well, this is a great back panel for that. The zippers are all waterproof, so that is another nice thought, especially for a bag that you're probably going to be taking out into the elements. So on the front, there's a lot to this bag, and that's really nice, especially when this could be your workhorse bag for pretty much anything from just a commercial shoot downtown to a mountain adventure. You want to bring a lot of gear, you need a lot of that stuff, so you've got a lot of items there. So I'm going to run through the rest of the exterior of the bag, and then we'll go into all the pocketing and everything like that. So like I said, this is a VX21, so it is that sailcloth, super heavy duty, water resistant. You're not gonna see anything getting through to your gear inside, which is nice, and it is very well made. It is 30 liters, and then you have a fid lock here that has a extra 10 liter, I believe 10 or 12 liter roll top here. So you'd want to make sure that if you are using this, you can at least roll it once and then attach your fid lock here. There's a lot of extra webbing space, so you would be able to pull that over it once this is filled out. So if you are going on a few day trip and you want to pack your gear, extra change of clothes or anything like that, you can put it in there. This pocket on the inside, it does zip, so you could close it off from the camera cube, but it's not waterproof or water resistant. I'll get a better shot of that later. So that's the roll top section there. Normally I'm not a big fan of roll tops on bags, but when it's not like the main entrance to the bag, I really enjoy it because it gives you a lot of space for extra things when you need it. So on the exterior, we have a mesh pocket here that you could put your tripod in and keep it closed. There's also these retractable carabiners down at the bottom. They're not like fancy carabiners or anything like that, like for climbing, but they do help to close your zippers if you need to. There's a good storage spot for that. And then you have a side pocket here that accesses your camera compartment. So super nice to be able to have that. Some people don't use that, some people do. It is nice not to have to completely take off your bag for a reason I'll get into here. It is nice to have that on here. I tend not to use them on my bags because Usually when I'm going out to shoot somewhere, I'm going to a destination, I put my bag down, I get everything out that I need, and I shoot, and then if I need to pack up, I'll move from there. But the occasional time, it is nice to have that so you're not completely unpacking your bag. On the other side, you have a large water bottle pocket, or tripod pocket if you will, that you have 2 webbing points here that you can attach so it stays secure. And then there is some good expandable folds here, because when you come into this side, there is an extra stash pocket here that could be used for a water bottle or something like that. So just to show you, got a Nalgene here, and that Nalgene can fit inside that pocket if need be and hide away. So just another little extra feature that they have on this bag that's really nice if needed, and that is waterproof with a nice little zipper garage, so water's not going to get in there either. It would be a great place, because it is separated from everything, to store like a wet change of clothes if that happens to you out in the wild or something. So great little extra spot there. Coming around to the bottom here, we have like a nylon reinforced bottom. I haven't really been able to like test this a whole lot on like harsh environments. There is a little bit of wear on the edge there, but it is going to hold up to quite a bit. And there's a little Hypalon attachment point if you need to. And then at the very bottom of the bag, they have this little hidden zipper with a rainfly, mudfly, whatever you want to call it over there. So you could put that there, or it is just another extra nice spot that you can't see that zipper. It is hidden right there. This fold is just for expansion. It doesn't do anything. And then you have a D-ring on the outside here that attaches to the first pocket. So we're going to jump into the pocket and interior. So the first pocket here is a decent sized expandable pocket. So if you needed to, you could put excuse me, a journal, something like that. You could stuff something like flashlight in there, you know, or if you have SD card cases, I don't have any around me right now, but you could stuff SD card cases, cords, cables, things like that in there. And then on the other side, you have a zipper pocket that you can put larger items in that you want to keep separate. So there is a lot of room in this front pocket, and I do like when camera bags have organization like that, because excuse me, for a lot of us, when we are out for several days, you know, we need a place for cords, cables, batteries, hard drives, things like that. And if you don't have a camera cube or something, or a tech pouch that you can put in there or will fit in the bag, it's great to have a storage spot like that, especially one that is designed like this, because, you know, if you're changing cards or something, or you have something in here, it's not going to fly up and fall out. So if you do have items that happen to be in here, this drop pocket will catch them, and there is fabric on either side, so it's not like it's going to fall out the side either. So it's a great little organization pocket, one that I really loved while I was traveling, and I kept everything organized. I had hard drives and memory card cases, and then cables and stuff on either side of this. So it was a great little extra pocket there. This little Velcro flap here is built. It comes down to about right there, about hand size. So if you wanted to put a notebook in there, just to show you, it's going to stick out, something like that. So it is a smaller pocket for something else that you would want to put in there, but you know, you do have that extra pocket for anything else. It's perfect for snacks. As you know, I like to bring snacks with me. So that's those two exterior pockets there. I already jumped into the side one. Coming in, I'll show you the roll top from the inside here. So on the roll top, you've got a pretty large space. Like I showed you before, you can see down at the bottom that fabric is unzipped, and then there's a zipper pocket up here that goes from about here to here. So you know, if you were putting stuff in there, I wouldn't put like a notebook or anything, because you're gonna have a hard time folding it, but you could keep things like socks, underwear, things like that separate if you needed to from the main compartment. So that's the roll top enclosure there. And like I said, normally if a bag has a roll top entrance to it, I'm not a big fan. I prefer zippers. That's just me. I don't like how roll tops stick out a lot of times. This one tends not to if you roll it well, which is good, but this is just for extra gear, so you don't have to use it. There's a good strong webbing handle here. There isn't any on either of the other sides, so you are limited to carrying it like that, and there is none on the bottom, so you know, if you were going to try and chuck it in a car or something, you're not really going to have room. So before I go into the main compartment where your cameras are kept, I'm going to talk about the only part that I don't like about this bag, and this was like literally the only thing. So when you're wearing this bag and it's fully packed out, it is pretty heavy, which is, you know, you've got a lot of camera gear in there. They have a decent load lifter system right here, so it pulls the bag and kind of keeps it nice and tight, so you're not like sagging backwards or anything like that, and your straps aren't feeling weird. But the way that they made that is there's a little hypo-on loop here, and you just undo them to get into the bag. But I really dislike the fact that in order to carry the bag, I have to do and undo these buckles. It's very small, but hey, we can all have our complaints, right? You know, it's just not nice to have something extra keeping you from getting in the bag. You know, that's just my opinion, but that's the one thing that I didn't like. You know, with how this opening is, there's really no place to attach these straps to keep this to keep it sturdy. Like if it wasn't there and they didn't have these, it wouldn't hold as well because your zipper might start to slide or something like that. So anyway, that's just my complaint, but there it is. So coming into the bag here, it is a full open bag. So right now it's kind of disorganized. Sorry about that, but I'll show you what it looks like loaded out with some camera gear here in a second, but I wanted to show you how big it is. So you have a lot of room. This bag is strictly basically a camera bag, so it's not like some bags where you can have really different sizes of things, you know, camera cubes, and put them in and use a different variety of bag. Like, you're basically confined to the fabric for like the camera stuff stops here, so you can put a large divider across here or across here, but this zipper there kind of keeps you from, you know, you wouldn't be able to access things. I guess you could like build it out and then put different parts of, you know, clothing gear, whatever, inside there. I did actually do that on one trip where I had just a small camera here, drone down here, and then I packed out just some clothing and stuff on this side as well. And it did work fine, but this really is just a camera gear bag. So you've got this space here, that this is the internal side here for the roll top that I showed you before. So you have that, and you can build this pack out. Like I said, it fits a decent amount, so I'll show you that here in a second. On the other side of the bag, you have a area where you can get some of their pieces and have a little bit of extra attachment stuff. I haven't really used these all that much. I thought I might, but the organization on the front kind of did the job for what I needed on this. And then you can fit your laptop in here. My 15-inch fit fine, so you've got that. One of the things that they did too was in this kind of frame sheet area, they have this pad that goes in. It helps support, but also say you were out in like a muddy field or something trying to get a shot, you can put your pull this out and use it as a seat pad or a knee pad to give you just a little bit of padding to protect yourself from the elements. So a nice little extra afterthought there. So I'm going to pack this bag out and show you what it can hold. Alright, so semi-hasty job here to fill this out, but just to show you, I've got a full frame DSLR here with a 24 or 70 to 200 lens down at the bottom, another lens here, and a flash. Could fit 2 flashes there, and some accessories down here. So it does fill out big. If you were to take everything apart and, you know, kind of really use the dividers, you'd be able to like really pack this out. When I did my first trip with it, I was able to fit my DSLR, a 70 to 200, 24 to 70, 16 to 35, and then a mirrorless setup. That was a little Panasonic mirrorless with 2 lenses at the time, and my drone all in there. So it does fit as much as some of my larger bags because of the size of the camera cube. You just have to really think how you're going to build it out. And you know, that's like every bag out there. You got to come up with your system for building it. So I really like this bag. They came out with a lot of cool, unique items in there. There's a lot of organization. So if you are somebody who needs to have some pockets for things, you have that. You know, there isn't a spot really for like a hydration system in here or anything like that. So keep that in mind if that's something that you're needing. But yeah, overall, it's a really great bag. It does get heavy once it's fully loaded, but the padded waist belt here, and it is removable in case you need that. I forgot to mention that part. So the removable padded waist belt, the straps, and the padding on the back really do a great job of making sure that it stays secure on you and it isn't like really overweight. So that's something good to think there. And just to show y'all, without any gear in there, sitting empty, we are sitting at, hang on, let's get this set here. And just to show you guys, without any gear in there, sitting empty with just the dividers, the bag is sitting at 4 3/4 pounds. So it's a little heavier than some of the other bags, but it is extremely well built. Like I said, it's been one of my favorite packs that I've seen in the past couple of years, because they are doing something that is slightly innovative. They're building it out really well. So just take a look at it if you can't. This is the Compagnon Element. It is 30 liters with a 10-liter expansion roll top, 10 or 12. Don't quote me on that. With quite a lot of features, extremely well built. This pack will take a beating, so you know, it's going to last you for a long time. For the price it is, I think it's extremely well-built bag and one that you'll have for years to come. So anyway, thanks for watching, appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.